Hi, it's Martin here at Makita. I'm here today with Richard from ITS TV. We're going to run you through the LS0714. It's a slide compound miter saw. First things to say, it comes in either 240 or 110 volt. Standard equipment with the machine is the dust bag, a material clamp, and you also get two material supports which go in either side of the bed of the machine to support longer lengths of material. Working from the top of the machine, so you get the dust bag with it, so there's a dust port here, a dust nozzle to take that away. As you can see at the moment, the saw is locked down in a transport position, so you've got a carrying handle at the back. To release that, there's a pin on the underside of here. You just pull the pin out, that allows the head to come up. On the top of the machine now, you've got the handle for using it. You've got a lock off button on top, trigger, and then the lever to release the guard to allow you to plunge the head down. So to use the machine, you have to press the button, pull the trigger, release the lever. That will allow you to chop down then. The lock off button is also on all of our miter saws. You can actually remove the button, so in the box you do get two spares just in case you lose them, but the idea of that is if you've got your machine set up and it's at a critical angle, you need to nip off to go to the toilet or it's lunch break, you can actually take the button with you. That will stop Mr. Plumber or Mr. Electrician coming along and using your saw and moving all your settings around. On the side of the saw here, you've got another facility. It's what we call trenching. So once that lever's flicked out, that puts a stop on the head now, so you can set a depth of cut. To adjust that is on the wing nut. So it's what we call trench cutting. It's good for doing tenons on the end of timber. The saw features the slide rams. You've got two sets of parallel bars. To unlock the top ones is on the wing nut on this side. That then releases the parallel bars this side on the top. The two parallel bars underneath, there's another wing nut under here. Unscrew that. That now releases those. Okay, so you can see now that slides back and forwards. The reason we have two sets of parallel bars, it helps keep the rigidity in the saw. It also gives you a massive cross-cut capacity and keeping the saw compact as well. Okay, so across the cut there, you can see you've got a full 12 inches there, or 305mm or 300mm, depending on what school you went to. The depth of cut, so you've got a 7-inch blade on here, so the depth of cut is 55mm. You can see the standard pendulum guard in the clear perspex moves in conjunction with the head going up and down. On the miter inside of the saw, to release that thumb lever on top there, that allows you to miter the saw around to 57 degrees to the right. You've got 47 degrees to the left, and on all miter saws, all your important angles like 22.5, your zeros, your 15 degrees, they're all on the presets. Okay. To lock it off anywhere else, you rotate the handle and tighten the screw, and that locks it off in any other angles. I mentioned it comes with the material supports, so they slide in the back. You just need to undo the wing nut. That allows them to sit in and tighten up, so that will support longer lengths of material. You do get the material clamp, which should be used to clamp your material down onto the bed instead of using it with your hand. On the back of the saw, if you undo the lock with this lever at the back, that will then allow you to bevel over to 45 degrees on the bevel. To set any other degree, line the arrow up with the scale and lock it off. So on the back of the machine, underneath the lever for the lock on the bevel, there's a pin here. So if you just come off of 0, hold that pin in, that will now allow you to come 5 degrees over to the other side. Once you go back, that lever then pops back out and it puts a stop back on the 0. So just to clarify on some of the specs on the machine again then, so it's a 7-inch blade, it runs at 6,000 RPM. The cutting capacities is 12 inches by 2 inches, so yes, you heard me right, a 7-inch saw that you can cut a solid bit of 12x2 on this saw. So all your skirting, all your mitre angles, all your roofing joints can be taken care of with this very small. And I did fail to mention, very lightweight saw. This saw only weighs 12.5 kilograms. So as you can see, there is absolutely no weight to it whatsoever. So a small, compact, lightweight saw with big capacities. That is the LS0714, and that is available at ITS.